Hello.
Good morning.
Introducing ourselves or not?
It's already started. So guys,
Hello.
as we said in the first episode, I am BBR and this is BBC.
Like the broadcaster.
Yeah. And this is Big Boy Talk.
Big boy talk.
And today we're gonna talk about cravings. We talked about food last week and we thought that cravings would be a good subject. And you were eating pizza at the end of last week and saying that you're gonna do some cool stuff. How was it?
Was pretty cool. The only thing that, first of all, let me tell you what I wanted to do. I said I would fast for a whole week. I won't eat anything, I won't drink anything but water and black coffee.
Okay.
I looked on the internet about fasting, and people that fast for 40 days,
Okay.
they drink juices and they drink tea with honey and other liquids, but with sugar in it.
Oh, okay. So it's not hardcore.
Yes, it is hardcore
Yeah.
for 40 days, but it's a different different story. So what I did was nothing but black coffee and water. I wanted for 7 days. I lasted for 72 hours or 3 days. I started Thursday morning and I ate for the first time Sunday morning. So three
okay.
full days.
Okay.
Was quite an interesting experience because first of all, this is one thing that I learned. Okay, it was a ballpark figure 7 days because I had no idea how my body would react, how I'll be able to handle it. But 3 days was a weird experience because the things that I thought will impact me most didn't, and the thing that I ignored for the most part broke me in the end.
Okay.
So things like hunger, things like cravings, or I don't know, lack of energy, those weren't the big issue.
Okay.
I haven't felt hunger because I think my body knew that, okay, I won't be starting it. I wouldn't be activating my stomach and all the gastric fluids, and because I would only
And you
drink
weren't
water.
hungry at all? Not even in the first day?
Not even in the first day, because I drank a lot of water, and I was a bit hungry. When I felt like my stomach was asking for something, I gave it water.
Oh, okay.
And that wasn't a big issue because our bodies are used to fast. Every day we fast. When you go to sleep, till the next morning you fast. Your body rests and goes into a state that if you don't feed it right before you go to sleep, it will just rest.
But then when the morning comes and you usually eat,
Yes,
then it expects food.
it expects food, but mine didn't.
Okay.
It was unusual because I didn't felt hunger, and okay, I had some cravings because this is what we're talking about, and I should have picked better days because on Saturday we went to a party, kids party, and they had a lot of food, 2 cakes, delicious things around, and it was quite hard just to resist it, but in the end I kind of negotiated with myself. I said, okay, is this the last time you will be able to get your hands on this kind of food? No. Can you eat all of this a week from now? Yes. Okay, so I can.
I can and I will.
Yes, okay, yes. But it was quite not easy in nothing, but it was a process that I said, okay, it's not necessarily it's not a must to eat now. I can delay it for 1, 2, 3 days without any problem, because and it wasn't really a problem. Two problems I encountered. One, the social thing. When you have to go and meet people, and people usually eat. In my family, when they get together, it's kind of weird just to drink water, because people ask you, why aren't you eating? And you kind of sound smug or superior if you say, I'm taking a fast, and it's not that
Not
great.
like you. I'm not weak like you.
Exactly. And you don't want to be in the center of attention. It's nice for a couple of seconds to be in the center of the attention, but after that you don't want people to think about you and the thing and about the thing that you are not eating. And that's the social thing. And the other that broke me was the headache. For the first day I was fine. Then in the second day it started, and the third day was a constant for the whole day.
And did you do any research on that, or do you know why?
Yes. Apparently, when the body loses its sugar, the brain reacts like that.
It loses its sugar, doesn't get its sugar.
It doesn't get sugar from anywhere, and I think one of the methods that you can do to lower the headaches, it's, I think, the week before that, to lower your sugar intake. So your body gets used to not having sugar, and when you expects less, and when you go into the fasting state, it won't feel it like such a empty space without the sugar. So I think that's the reason, because
so it's like it's like quitting smoking. It's like
probably, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I quit smoking because I was sick.
No, I mean the process is the same like an addiction, probably. Where you go into withdrawal, and we are addicted to sugar. I mean, I'm pretty sure of that as a society, or as normal people who eat various things. There's sugar in a lot of things now. So the body, and especially the brain, maybe expects it.
Yeah, probably this is the main reason, because otherwise I didn't feel the lack of energy. I went to the gym, I played with the kids, I was active, but a bit more easy to disturb, because I was on a bit edgy, but not without energy. But I think the sugar thing, I searched online for that, and you can take an ibuprofen, but if you haven't eaten for the last 3 days, it's not a good thing for your stomach to take pills. So
yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I told you what I was gonna. That I was thinking something when you told me that you were gonna fast last week. And what I was thinking was mostly positive, in that I hope that you're gonna do it. But then a day later, I was thinking about calling you and asking you how it's going, and I thought, I don't want to make him feel bad if he didn't if he didn't do it. So I didn't call you, and that's, like it or not, that's not faith. So there was doubt on my part, but there was hope too. So and when we met on Sunday, you said you did 3 days, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty impressive, if you ask me.
And the most valuable thing that for me was that I didn't crack on the craving pressure. I cracked on the headache pressure.
Okay.
So for me, that's a win because the night before, when I had the headache, but I said, okay, I wouldn't eat now because I would feel that I ate because I was craving for that cake or for that food. I wanted to give up on or break the fast because it was too much on the headache.
Yeah, you didn't want to be defeated by food,
Yes.
but only by causes that were hard to control or impossible to control.
And the headache was not that hard that I couldn't stand it, but it was constant and painful enough so I couldn't do my daily tasks. So I could stand it for another 3 or 4 days, but at home sleeping all the time or walking around without any social interactions and or work or kids or something like that. And I wasn't going to give up on 3 or 4 days for that.
Maybe that's why the people who fast for 40 days need some sugar because they want to function.
Yes,
And
probably. Yes.
if you have life experience of 40 years, let's say, in which you ate sugar, so that's your normal life, then your brain expects something. Even if you say, for a month, I'm not gonna eat any sugar or very little, so I can fast for 40 days after that, there's still something there. And from what I know, there are certain processes in the body that require sugar. I think the body makes it somehow, even if you don't provide it, but I'm not a chemist, so I won't go into that. Okay, that's really good. I had a thought about cravings, and I connected it in my mind to discipline, because cravings aren't just about food, they're about all the areas of life, I think. You get the craving to do a lot of stuff, and some of it is good, some of it is bad. I thought about it, and the bad examples came to my mind, but I think that if you develop good habits, and we talk about habits a lot, then your body can begin to crave new things. I mean, in my experience, let's say, working out, because I've been doing it now for a year and a half, and in the last 6 months, let's say 4 times a week, so it's really constant. It's gotten to the point where I don't really feel good, and I don't have a lot of energy if I don't do it. So it's starting to be a craving.
An addiction.
Yeah, which is really good because I want to do it, even when I don't want to do it. Rationally, I want to do it. But when it comes to food, let's say, I haven't gotten to the point where I'm craving good stuff, and I do want to get there. And I think cravings will come no matter what, and for everybody. But how you react to them determines how your life works out. Yesterday I was reading a quote that said that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you take it or how you react to it. Yeah, and I think discipline is a really important thing.
Can I comment on this one? I think it's about the small decisions, because I don't know, a Red Bull or an energy drink that has a ton of sugar in it doesn't make you fat. That one can, but if you drink it every day, it will make you fat. So the decision not to drink it today and tomorrow, and or what you eat, where you go, is not the one thing that you do that that changes your life for better or for worse. It's the sum of all the small things that you do in that month and in that year, because this is the way we operate. I'll give you an example, and it's a bad example. I stopped fasting Sunday, so I ate quite bad Sunday at lunch, but not disastrous.
Okay.
But I didn't take care of what I ate for 3 days in a row, and I ate what I had on disposal, what I got my hands on. So I didn't put any effort into it, and guess what? I ate most of it. Things it wasn't a bad food, but it was things that I didn't really want to eat rationally. So because I didn't make the decisions, the small decisions every day, 3 days in a row, I ate things that I didn't want to eat. Not because they were bad, but they weren't even that great. So there weren't only burgers. I love burgers, but I didn't eat burgers every day. So at least I said, okay, I'm satisfied because I ate what I really wanted.
Yeah.
I ate what I found in my home.
Oh.
So it was bread with some salami and some other things. Why did I eat that? Because I didn't put any effort into getting the good stuff. So the small decisions the small decisions that I didn't make, like prepare for when you are hungry, led me to make those decisions and choose poorly because I was too lazy then to go outside and buy something that I really wanted to eat. So I said, okay, it's I have to eat now. What do I have? I'll eat that.
Yeah, I think it is about that. And another good example is waking up at the hour that you want to wake up at. Because the alarm bell goes off or your phone goes off and you crave staying in bed. I don't know if you saw one of Joko's latest videos about the snooze button. Or
yeah, I think I saw it, but for me, this isn't a problem. What is it?
Yeah, for me, it still is. I mean, he says that you feel the gravitational pull of the pillow like a tractor beam, and you have to resist it. And if you get up and start walking, then you've already won. So that's what you need to do.
And go to the light. It helps.
Yeah.
The light helps. For me, I don't really crave for much sleep because, first of all, I go to bed way. I think we should do a different podcast about this, but I want to say, yeah, because it is a nice experience for me because for some time now, I wake up. I waked up for some time at 6 o'clock, and now I wake up at 5. And there are two things that make me wake up without any problems. One is going to bed early. And if you wake up at 5, you will go to bed early because at 9 o'clock you're broken. You need sleep. And about 10 o'clock I'm already in bed. Like an old person, but I cut on my movie watching and TV. I was already watching TV, but other things that weren't meaningful.
Yeah, just brain dead activity where your body is.
And nobody wakes up at 5 o'clock every day to waste time.
Yeah.
When you wake up at 5, you have that. I said one was going to bed early, and the second one was having a purpose. I know what I'm doing every morning. So I'm making my coffee, I'm reading, I'm studying, I'm writing. So for me, those they're not 2 hours before, because I wake up at 5, I go to the bathroom about 5:20. I'm functional. So an hour and 40 minutes for me are dedicated to reading, studying, and sometimes writing. So it's for me it's a no-brainer. I wake up at 5, 1 or 2 minutes before 5 without the alarm clock going off, so I'm already up.
But don't you crave? I mean,
No.
you don't crave sleeping for another 2 hours and not doing the things you want to do.
No.
But you crave getting back on the comfortable pillow. That's-
No, because
Okay.
I'm rested and I think I do that, but the habit of waking up now is stronger than the pull of the pillow.
Okay. Yeah, and maybe it became the craving became
Like-
getting up.
Yeah, like for you with the gym. I feel defeated if I go back to bed.
Yeah.
I want to get up.
Okay, that's cool. And the other thought I had was, it's all about streaks, and what I mean by that is you do something for 1 day, for 2 days, for 3 days, you got a streak. At 3 days, let's say, because if you do something twice, it's not that big of a deal. But if you do something for 3 days or more, that means that you're committed to doing that certain thing, and it doesn't necessarily have to be every day. You can say, this thing I'm doing 3 or 4 times a week, but no, not 3 or 4 times a week. You say it exactly. You have to be precise. And I found that in my life, if I manage to wake up at 7, which is my hour because of having no kids, and then I add to it, I don't know, do German learning exercise on my phone, and then do some other project that I have that needs work on it every day or every few days, and go to the gym 4 times a week. That builds inside my own head, that builds a good image of myself. And that gives me the self-respect that I need in the moment that I doubt myself, in the moment when I doubt myself, when I say, okay, do I really need to do this because I don't feel like doing it? And then the next question is, am I strong enough to do this or to get over this? And if I have no streaks, it's easy to tell myself, it's fine, you're gonna do it at some point, let's do the easy thing right now. But if you're supported by the things that you do every day, then you say, no, I'm the kind of person that does what he said he would do, so I can do this thing too.
Nice. Yes.
So that's a thing that I would recommend, and that I'm just experimenting with still. I mean, there's not a lot of things that I do every day, but I'm starting to think that that's a powerful thing.
And the thing with planning ahead is, if one night after putting the kids to sleep, I want to watch a movie with my wife, and we go to bed at 11 or 12, it's okay for me to not wake up at 5. I still do, but I go back to bed and I put my alarm clock to 7 because I know I need the sleep. And it's okay because it's planned and it's a met objective.
Yeah,
My objective is to wake up at 7 that day because I went to bed too late. But it's okay, it's the thing that I planned and I don't feel bad about it. Tomorrow I'll go back and wake up at 5.
And it's also important to have side objectives, like watching a movie with your wife, like spending quality time with the kids, even though that means that you won't write that day. Or you will.
True.
So that's important. Okay, well, time
Really
flies by. Okay, so we could restate our main points. So maybe you could say one more time the one sentence that you got from the whole fasting experience.
I'm better than myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because you say it's my nature is to eat every day. I'm a bit fat and I like food, and it's something that describes me. Okay, he's a guy that loves food, and despite of all that, against my nature, I am able to go and fast for 3 days. So if you say I can't change myself because this is who I am, yes, this is who I am today, but not necessarily tomorrow. I can change. I can adjust myself every day so I can become better or really professional. Really professional.
Go on.
I can be better than that. I can be better than myself today by planning, executing, and evaluating the things that I started. So this is my experience with fasting.
But could you say it in a way that is a little more logical? So I'm better than myself.
I can
Better than my former self or something.
I can be better than myself.
I can be better
than today.
Okay, so then
I can
my
change.
former self than who I was yesterday.
For today. Tomorrow I can be better than today.
Okay, that's a clearer way to put it. I mean I got what you said, but I think it's important to have it in a way that you can get it when you just hear it.
Oh.
So I can be better than tomorrow. I can be better than today. Okay, that's cool. And in short, my idea was that we're all gonna have cravings. We're not gonna get rid of it. Through good habits, you can change your cravings from craving something that's bad for you, in your opinion, to something that's good for you. And then I think, and this is a thing that I'm still experimenting with, streaks are really important. Doing something every day or for a set number of days every week and actually doing them gives you the self-respect that you need in order to convince yourself that you're strong and that you can do hard things and that you can improve your life and make it what you want to be. So that's those are the main points.
Nice.
And I could, inspired by your challenge from last week, I don't think I want to fast for a week even in the future, but I do want to resist, or to try to resist, no, not to try to resist. I want to resist sugar for this week, because I've already done it for a few days, and not right now, but in the past, and it gives me more energy. I mean, I have more energy if I don't eat sugar. I feel better, despite what I thought before, that sugar gives you energy. Not eating sugar gave me a lot of energy. And yeah, so I want to do it for 7 days. I'm gonna eat nuts and stuff like that, even though they have some sugar naturally, but I'm not gonna eat any added sugar,
Nice.
or cakes or something like that. And we'll see.
Good luck.
Yeah,
You know what I
don't
think?
have a pizza to start with, but
You know what I think?
Oh.
You can do it.
If you say it out loud, then it's actually true, probably. Okay, so that was it. We took almost 30 minutes, but it was worth it. Okay.